My name is Mr. Dominic Amichimokogbu, the Diokba of Okpanam Portal, Issele-Azagba. The reason why we call this to counter the statement made by Okpanam people, Ogbeozoma people, concerning the land demarcation. The matter started in the year 2000, and our people could not be able to go to farm. They were the people that took us to their own local government. Then Okonkwo was their chairman, and our local government chairman too was invited. It was then we had MOU with them, and then we thought that peace could come through it. Later, our people could not be able to go to farm again. Our crops were destroyed. People were killed. About 2 people I know, Joe Ubo and Augustine Usiago, they were killed. Up to today. We could not find them. Even the clothes they wear, we could not trace it. So it was then the government people now said that they are going to do boundary for us. The boundary, other people now, the government has not announced about the creation of the boundary, but Okpanam people have started to say that the government now has given them boundary. So that's why we are not happy where they put the boundary, but just to allow peace to reign. That's why we accepted it. Our original boundary is Aniocha.
My name is Honorable Augustine IKJ from Issele-Azagba. Just as the Okpa of Okpanam said, that the crisis started in the year 2000. That does not mean that the 2 communities have not been existing. It goes to show you that we have been living peacefully not until that 2000, when land became money. When land became money. Prior to this 2000, there have not been any issue of dispute. We live amicably. We even exchange wives. People from Ogbeozoma marry from Issele-Azagba community, and Issele-Azagba marry people from Ogbeozoma's wives. But just as maybe because of the creation of Asabas capital, land became money, issue came up. This thing degenerated to the extent of our people being afraid to go to their farms, just as the Okpa said, and we lost lives. We couldn't retaliate, not because we are afraid. We had both the good, the bad, the ugly, but because we are law-abiding citizens, we choose to fight on the side of the law. This matter was taken to the amiable Delta State Governor for his interference. Hence, a land boundary adjustment committee was set up, headed by our Deputy Governor, Chief Onyeme. Both committees were called to present their claim of their boundaries. Series of meetings were called. Counter claims upon claims and counter claims upon counter claims. Even physical visitation by the land boundary committee members was done. Make our own presentation. We did not make only verbal presentation, we made documented presentation. We survey plans indicating where our boundary is and where it should be. At the end of the exercise, the government people went through it, and after several weeks, sent us message notifying us of the day of their own boundary adjustment by the government. In their memo to us, we were asked not to come on the day of the exercise. That such message was equally conveyed to Ogbeozoma people, that they will invite us to tell us the outcome of the exercise. On the 16th of this month, September 2025, we had information that government officials with security people, accompanied by the 2 local government chairmen, Aniocha North, headed by Honorable Emma Bazim-Chinye, and Oshimili North, headed by Honorable Efenweze. All of them were present for the exercise. While we were waiting for government to still convey the outcome of that exercise to both communities by calling us, because we have been meeting on the 20th of this month, some days back. We were taken aback through the media. We saw write-up, videos, photo shots of Ogbeozoma community making press briefing, countering what the government has done, thereby indicting the government that they have aided Okpanam quarters of Issele-Azagba. Our question now is, how did they know of the boundary and the actual boundary? Who told them? When government, we have not been called. Who told them? How did they know? Does it mean that they were part of the government team while we were at home trying to obey the government memo to us? I will now let you know that it was that their protest or their press briefing that necessitated some of us to go there and see the beacon by the government. Our reaction now is this. In as much as we welcome government intervention, because only them can put lasting peace and solution to this crisis, we are not still satisfied where the purported boundary is. I call it purported because it has not been shown to us. That is not where our original boundary is. Going by that report, if that mark we see is the purported boundary marked by the government between us and them, it shows they have ceded large chunk of our land to them. Some of our ancient land might be Iliuku Shrine, Aniocha Shrine, Ogugu Shrine. Oh, now worship by our forefathers are now ceded to them. Okay? Even Aniku. I want to let you know that on the 24th day of March, the opening up of the second Niger bridge by the federal government in conjunction with Delta State government, the PG of IADU, Issele-Azagba Development Union, and the party, who incidentally is the son of Okpanam, was called upon to make some statement address. Why was he called? Because that area belonged to Issele-Azagba. Even the Aniocha North chairman was the man that made presentation there. He was the man that made what? Presentation there. Aniocha North local government area. So our question is this, and I want you to help us echo it. How did Ogbeozoma community come to know of the actual boundary adjustment, the outcome made by the government? If that memo they sent to us is to be obeyed, does it mean that memo was meant for us alone? And you help us through your medium, let the government, that in as much as we thank them and we call them, if what we saw there is a boundary, we are not satisfied. The purported land boundary, the beacon, still fall under the disputed area. Do you know why I use the purported? Because we have not been shown. It has not been defined. It still falls under the disputed area. The OB of Issele-Azagba, the entire town, I now want to speak of the entire town, has been gazetted long over time. 1964. How do you tell me that a town whose traditional head was gazetted as far back as that time happened to be a camp under you? It's just a case of the kettle calling the pot black. Okay, we cannot be blackmailed into accepting things that are not found in our blood. Because we want peace, that is why we want government to take bold steps to do what? To give us everlasting land boundary peace. I want to conclude this by telling you that we choose to fold our hands and follow peace, not because we are weak.